Morning guys, it's a video of the milling machine, just showing you it all finished and done. I'm going to put the photos at the end of this video, just showing what it was like when I got it to how it is now and some of the work that was carried out on it, stripping it back to bare metal and painting it and just pulling it all apart, show you all that I've done. I think it'll be quite interesting for a lot of you to see that. A lot of you asked to see a lot of photos that you didn't see on the forum. So yeah, I'll give you a quick walk around now and just show you how it stands. So I got this, it was actually in a car salvage yard that had some workshops in the same place, and it had been kicked out of one of the workshops, no idea why, and the owner of the yard didn't know why either, but assumingly they thought it was busted. Well, the condition it was in, you would think so. It was busted, it was broken, it was no good. And the people in the yard or in the workshop didn't want it in there, so they just moved it outside, and it sat outside for about a year and a half, uncovered, nothing over the top of it. So rainwater, snow, you name it, it got covered in it. The head itself, when we moved it, I didn't actually see it when I bought it. I got it picked up and delivered and bought it on a bit of an off chance. But the head was spun over to move it once it was delivered, and it just poured out with water. Old, rusty, horrible, gunky water, same as the base. This model's got the coolant in the actual base, and around here behind that panel is where the coolant pump is, and that had been open to the elements for quite a long time. So you can imagine the state that was in, with God knows how many years of old swarf and coolant and bits and bobs, and what other animals and bugs were decided to live in there. It's quite a grim job cleaning it out, but looking good now, looking good now. There's the electrical cabinet. We got it running up to Chinese VFD. These work really well. I've got one on my Harrison lathe as well. So this is the original cabinet. A lot of the original parts still in here. All the contactors are original. I could have replaced them with new, but they still work. There's nothing wrong with them. We've got the fuses there, still wired through them, and the main switch. The Erskine board is, that one was reconditioned exchange, about £140 from sorteduk.com. And then this one's a later board, which is the Quinton Crane. That was also repaired, but by Quinton Crane themselves, for about 60 quid. Originally this had one board and a changeover board, but I was advised that that's not really a good way to do it, and they're not very reliable like that. So I went individual boards. So that's all wired in. All the motors and all the power feeds is new wiring. All the switch wiring is new. It's just the main wires throughout there and on the transformer. That's still original. I wired in a couple of auxiliary sockets as well, and then this is the main feed in. So I'll close this. I'll power it up. So I've still got the main switch on there. And then the original console here. So this is the main motor contactor. Auxiliary head if you've got shaping attachment on the back, but we don't. This is for the power feeds. It used to be up for the Y-axis, down for the X, but now where we're running two separate boards, we've just got up or down, powers both of them. So we haven't got a way. It can be positioned either way. And then this one was for the suds pump, coolant pump, but I'm not using it at the moment, but it is there. So put that down, and that activates the contactor. And then same for the power feeds. Power in the VFD. I'm not using any of these controls. You can do, but I'm keeping it exactly as it was originally. So let's put it back over here. And I'll show you, we've got power feed working on the X with rapids. In the other way. Nice, all original. These were all rebuilt and done because neither of them worked when I got it, and we got the same on the wire. This one has a tendency on bringing the table back or having the motor in reverse, that the gears want to climb apart from each other and unmesh so they can grind. I need to see what I'm going to do to adjust that. But, it's still working, it's just if you go too quick, they'll jump out and mesh. Like that. Still just the original crank handle there, no power feed on that yet, although I might end up using that with a drill. Got the original light working, just because it finishes it off. And then on the head, vari-speed head, this was all rebuilt. H&W Machine Repairs in the States, I got the spindle bearings from, and the top end rebuild kit. Took all the quill housing apart, took everything apart, because it'd been sat for so long. It was a case of just strip it bare and start from scratch. But it's lovely and quiet now. Real nice. 2000 RPM, it's lovely and quiet. Full speed, 3750. Reverse. Brake works good as it should. Back gears. All working. And we've got the power feeds. Put it back in high gear. Come over this side, power feeds, the down feed, chips out lovely as it should, and then the up feed. Same again, all working as it should be. This didn't work when I got it because there's a little rod in here which pivots, which is for the kick out on this as it comes up or pulls down, and that had actually broken. It was snapped, which is quite common, and it took me about a day to get the bloody thing out of the hole. But it's out and done, replaced. It's only a cheap part and you can still get them, so that's no dramas. But yeah, there she is, all finished. Give you another close up. Really happy how it came out. I've wanted one of these for a good few years, but one never had the space. I still haven't really got the space, to be fair. As you can see, it's being used indoors in a carpeted garage stroke workshop there with all my other bits and bobs and the CNC plasma and the other presses, tube bender, ratchet press. So yeah, not the ideal situation. It takes me longer to clean up afterwards than it does when I'm actually doing a job, but it's still usable here until I find myself a proper workshop. But as said, really happy how it came out. And I'm going to add all the pictures showing you, not all of them, but most of them from start to finish, showing you when I got it to how it is now. Original plaques, all just needed a clean up. Original machine signs and logos. So yeah, there you have it. I'll get that video. If the photos aren't attached to this video, I'll just put a link showing you to that one. And then yeah, you can have a good look. So yeah, cheers for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you like what I've done with it.